Okay. Start first row, right side.
Victor, I know it's the end of a tough series. I'm just wondering if you can put into words what it was like to watch that team celebrate a championship on your home floor, and does that give you and the team maybe motivation, fuel going into whatever's next?
I think doesn't compare to anything before. This is the biggest lesson of my life, the biggest learning moment. I can't tell exactly what the lesson is, but we're learning from that for sure. I'm learning more than any other time in my life before.
First row, left side.
Victor, you've had quite the journey just over your first 3 years in the league. You know, you went from the lean times to this stage and experiencing this. How do you think all of this is going to sort of shape your mentality moving forward?
It's going to be all of it.
Second row, right side.
Who we are, it's what we're made of, plus our experiences. And this has been a hell of a year in terms of experience. I don't think we could have learned more and gained more experience in one playoff run and in one season, and personally in 18 months. It's been hard and full of lessons.
Victor, I know, again, it's too early to process maybe, but when you are going through this summer, do you think there's anything from these last few games, few months, the whole season that's going to stick with you that you're going to think about the most as you prepare for next year?
Absolutely. What I'm pissed about is that there's probably 100 games before we can be back in finals. So I don't know how to say it in English, but I'm going to have to, hold that inside of me and slow down and wait and execute for 100 games.
Déjà, félicitations pour ta saison et votre saison. Pour revenir un peu sur le match, sur la série en fait, Mitch juste avant disait qu'il considérait que vous n'étiez pas prêt pour gagner un titre et que l'autre équipe l'était. Est-ce que tu es d'accord avec ça et
Évidemment.
Qu'est-ce qui a manqué sur cette série précisément?
Personnellement,
cette série?
Évidemment, on n'était pas prêt. J'étais pas prêt à gagner une bague. C'est évident. Je pense qu'en termes de volonté de bien faire, d'intensité, d'effort, on était à un bon niveau, j'étais à un bon niveau. Mais l'expérience, c'est des erreurs. On manque pas de talent, on manque pas de capacité, on fait trop d'erreurs, je fais trop d'erreurs.
Third row, middle, Jared.
Jared Weiss, The Athletic. Every team you face so far, you guys always found a way to get over the top eventually. What did you learn about how hard it is to win the finals against this Knicks team where they kept coming up with answers? Brunson just could always score no matter what in the end.
I learned one of many things I learned is the margin of error is very, very thin. Our domination stints are absolute. We absolutely dominated for most of the series. But our errors, our mistakes, are punished so hard that we can't have ups and downs like this so much, The ups are okay, the downs, it's the reason we lost.
Left side, Tim.
Tim Reynolds with the AP. Victor, you study the game. You understand the history of it. It took Michael 7 years. It took LeBron 9. It took Jerry West 12 years to be a champion. Not even the greatest ever. It's not immediate. How difficult is that to accept when you pour so much of yourself into this, that there is a process to get to where you want to go?
It's painful, you know. It's painful. But I'm not running away from that. But I'm using that to fuel me. I'm sure all these guys you named, they're not satisfied with being eliminated in earlier rounds or not making the playoffs. And I'm not satisfied with not winning.
Quick break from the action, guys. And to those of you who've already subscribed or clicked to like and follow us, we certainly thank you. And you probably already received your free gift, and you can skip ahead. But for those of you who have not yet clicked that subscribe or follow button, we would like to ask you to do that for us because it really helps the channel. And we really appreciate those who support us so that we can keep making great content and growing this channel. So stay until the end of this video where we'll say thank you for watching and supporting us, but we'll do it in a tangible way you can personally enjoy and one that really brings actual value to you by giving you your choice of one of these 21 great digital guides or manuals you see on the screen right now covering a wide array of useful subjects, and you'll even be able to read their table of contents before you decide. And that's how we know that each one of you will find something helpful and beneficial to your life's current journey or your future goals. They're valued between $19 and $27, but completely free. We'll see you at the end of the video and then provide you the simple steps to go get it and select yours. Now back to the action, folks.
But as I said, this is the biggest lesson of my life. And as a team, there's no better experience than what we just lived.
En français, après cette finale, sur quoi est-ce que tu souhaites progresser le plus cet été sur le parquet, en dehors du parquet? Quel axe de progression tu identifies pour toi avant la prochaine saison?
Tu travailles encore plus dur, évidemment, pour être encore plus durable. Et surtout garder l'esprit frais. Garder un contrôle sur le jeu tout le temps, en fait. C'est ça qui est marquant chez Jalen Brunson, par exemple. Il y a trop de moments où... Et ça part pas de mauvaises intentions, mais il y a trop de moments où je suis passif, trop de moments où j'ai pas le contrôle sur le jeu que j'aimerais avoir. Et ça nous coûte.
Third row, right side.
Vic, you mentioned the margin for error in this series after the fantastic regular season and the playoff run, and then especially the conference finals and winning that the way you did. Did it surprise you that margin of error caught up to you and that you guys weren't able to capitalize the way you have?
Yeah, for sure. And it surprised me that every game has the same scenario. Every 5 games of this series had the same scenario. And how relentless we were in our mistakes and they were in punishing them.
Gerardo Lopez, Cultura Sports.
No. Thank you, Victor.
All right. Appreciate y'all.
I guess 2 questions, Devin. One, what do you hope the team will take or be fueled by listening to this celebration going on your home floor, another team winning the championship, and then what do you hope the team will take from the entire season in total?
I think we had a great season, and we proved a lot of people wrong, and our goal was to win, obviously. We don't want a participation trophy to where we just got here. We wanted to win. Credit to them, to their team, their coaching staff, great team. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that we could have controlled to finish off games, to execute the game plan better. It's tough. It hurts a lot. It stings a lot hearing that right now, seeing them storm the court on our home court. It's tough. It's tough. We know we'll do everything we can, scratch, fight to get back into this position and have a different outcome, but right now it's tough.
Front row, left side.
Devin, this is Carolina from Las Vegas Sports Network and Spurfect. You mentioned that this hurts. My question to you is, how do you think that this changes you as a player moving forward? And secondly, there's a lot of saddened Spurs fans right now that have been supporting you guys throughout the season. What's your message to those Spurs fans?
First off, to the fans, just thank you guys so much for supporting us, especially in my journey, being here 6 years, from where we started, from the 20 wins that we were at to being in the finals. they've been loyal, and I just want to say thank you to them, because without them and the noise and them having our backs, we're not in this situation. We're not in this position. So just thank you to them. And what was your first question? I'm sorry. I think with these games in the finals, it just shows that every possession matters and every little detail matters. And, you know, you can mess up some stuff in the regular season and still.
Front row,
No,
middle.
I'm not done. You can mess up some stuff in the regular season and kind of get away with it. But, you know, obviously in the finals, with everything being amplified, you know, one mistake can cost you a game. And I think we had a couple that cost us multiple.
Front row, middle here.
Devin, as you guys begin to process these emotions over the next few days and kind of think back to just the way you guys have kind of stuck together, what do you make of the way that Dylan and Carter have played this season? Just, you know, you guys have never let on that you saw them as anything more than rookies, you know, from the, like you have to, but.
Tremendously proud of both of them, starting with Carter and him not getting minutes in the beginning of the season, to going to the G League, to coming out here and changing games and making an impact and just trusting the process. He's going to be a special player. I know how hard he works, so he's going to be a really, really, really good defensive player. Offensive player. He's going to be a really good two-way player. Dylan, I think we all knew he was talented. I don't know anybody, if anybody knew he was this talented, probably besides himself. You know, he was upset with playing time and different roles that he was in, but when we needed him most, he stepped up, and we have a star in the making, and I know that he's going to put so much work into the offseason. It's not just offensively, but defensively. He's made a lot of plays. He's grown so much, and what is he, 20, 21 years old? I mean, the sky's the limit for him. So I'm just really proud of our rookies. They stepped up, and to be called, their number to be called in the NBA Finals shows the growth and the trust that the coaches have into them.
Thank you, Devin. Front row, right side, Tom.
Mitch, I know it's early, but do you look at this whole experience, beating Oklahoma City in 7 games, hard-fought series with the Knicks, as just a great building block for what you guys want to do in the future?
Yeah, it's a little early to go there. But yeah, I mean, we've been blood, sweat, and tears for 9 months, basically, and it's over. And so there'll be plenty of time for reflection. But yeah, on the surface level, I don't think anybody other than the people in that room expected us to be here. So there's a lot of good in that, and there's a lot of pain in what just happened, and both things can be true.
Third row.
Coach, when you look at the 5 games in this series and the 4 losses specifically, common thread is the loss of leads. Was there something that was present in your mind in all 4 of those contests? Game different, you know, by nature of the nature of the game.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, but the simple consistency is we didn't deserve to win the games. There's a lot of level of execution. There can be rebounding. There can be end of game details. There can be starting the game where you get the lead and then you don't sustain that. But NBA games are long. It happens during the regular season too. It's just everything's much more on stage during the finals when everybody's watching. And we weren't ready to win an NBA championship. The better team won. We did a lot of good things, and we didn't finish the job, and that's what it is.
Third row, left side, gray jacket.
Mitch, what's the first thing that you tell them whenever y'all walk in the locker room after that, not just the season itself, but a game like this and a series like this?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into what I told them, but the general sentiment is just I want them to feel all the emotions. I feel that too. So whatever they feel, that's real. That's what is competitiveness. That's what makes you better. That's what pushes you to continue to improve in the dark, long hours when nobody's around. And we improved a whole lot this year, and we still have a lot now, more motivation to continue to get better.
Front row, right side, black jacket.
Yeah, Coach, as you guys, I guess, begin to process these emotions over the next few days, What do you make of just the season that Dylan Harper has had and the way he's impacted you guys on both ends of the floor as a rookie? And is it hard to believe he's only 20 years old?
I just am really proud of him and Carter just because they're both rookies. So I'm going to take the opportunity to just the way that they trusted the program and allowed us to educate them on corporate knowledge and what it meant to be a professional basketball player and one for the San Antonio Spurs. And they did that appropriately. And then we saw their talent, and they're playing in the NBA Finals and guarding MVPs and Anthony Edwards and et cetera, et cetera. So very proud of them.
Coach,
Front row center.
Coach, Jalen Brunson scored 45 points. What do you wish your team had done differently defensively against him?
Make him score less points.
Hi, Coach. Sorry, a follow-up on Jalen. What got him going so early? Jalen Brunson, like he was the only Nick to be able to score in the first half. What got him going in your opinion in terms of coverage?
He's aggressive and he got the spots, and we were undisciplined at times. They had 37 points at half, so there was some good in that as well. And he got going, and then he got going later on, and he's a heck of a player. He deserves everything he's got.
Front row, left side.
Coach, this is Carolina with Spurfect and LV Sports Network. There's a lot of Spurs fans that are saddened that have been supporting you guys throughout the season. What do you want Spurs fans to know this evening? There's a lot of Spurs fans who are saddened and have been following your journey this season. What is your message to Spurs fans tonight?
I'm glad that they're sad. I'm glad that they get mad when we lose or that we want us to be better. That's a part of being a fan and the support. And we feel the love and the support from everybody in the 210 and across the world. We have the best fans in the world. And again, we've been at it for 9 months. We wanted to win this series like the other ones, and we didn't. And we'll be just the same people. We're not going to flinch, blink, waver. We'll be here until whenever we get the schedule out and figure out our next game, and we'll be better.
Front row, right side.
What do you hope the players take from the totality of the season that they can, fuel them going forward, all the way down to listening to the other team celebrate a championship on their home floor?
I hope they take the same thing that we've taken from our success. I hope it leads to them being hungrier than they've ever been, and I hope it leads them to be more motivated than they've ever been, and hopefully that leads them to be more, just to continue to improve in every facet.
Mitch, how much did what they were doing defensively bother Steph tonight? And was De'Aaron feeling some of the after effects from Game 6 in your mind?
No, I think again, I don't want to get too big picture, but teams that have been in this space before typically have a group of people that have played together for some time, and a lot of times that shows itself in the slowest part of the game and at the end of the game. And these guys are going through that for the first time this year, and then in the playoffs for the first time, in the conference finals, in the finals. And it's not an excuse, it's just a reality. When you look at some of these core teams over time, they're typically a lot better in year 2 and year 3, and we have to get better individually, and that's as a coach and as a player, and continue to help them, and they have to continue to help themselves, and they'll continue to learn about each other and be better.
Third row center.
Coach, this is Victor Wembanyama's first playoff appearance, gets to go to the finals, but how would you say that his leadership style has evolved or changed throughout this process?
I think it's grown tremendously. I think he stepped into every moment with the appropriate amount of fearlessness and also respect for the moment and being exactly who he is, and he's bringing his teammates and everybody else along with him. It's been pretty fun to observe and be a part of.
Thank you, Coach.